All right, everybody, welcome back. So I got a video with three purposes today. The first, to remind you of our giveaway. We're giving out $1,000 in freeze-dried wholesalers gift certificates. I am going to put that link down below where you can pick that up. And to show you what I got in my freeze-dried wholesalers haul for the month, and to try out the Firemaple Antarcti steamer pot. We're going to see how well that hydrates some of the food that we're going to show you here. But we're going to get started with showing you what I got. So let's get into it. All right, folks, welcome back. So I wanted to show you the three cheeses that I picked up. Actually, there's 4 total. I decided to go a little bit heavy on cheese because I realized I didn't have a whole lot. And I like it mixed in with my food here and there. I think it's pretty cool. So we picked up some cheddar jack cheese, okay, some mozzarella cheese, and some cheddar cheese, and of course Monterey Jack cheese. Now, if you didn't want to go for this guy here, the mix together, you can always buy this and mix it as you need it. But I figured, hey, a little extra can't hurt. So that's the cheeses. Now, next up was freeze-dried powdered milk. With this stuff, you have to be careful because just like with the other stuff they have, the freeze-dried, tomato sauce, a little bit goes a long way. You will have a whole lot of milk, or you'll have very thick milk if you don't use this carefully. But it's really good stuff. Tastes really, really good. So decided to pick up a little bit of that. Next up, we have the freeze-dried cheese tortellini over here. This stuff here is really handy. You can throw it in last, like if you make a dish, then you got to put some spaghetti sauce in, maybe some beef. You can throw this in last and kind of just use the sauce heat and liquid, or you can just boil this a little bit and it rehydrates very quickly. It's very filling. And that's another thing you look for too in survival food, something to make it very filling and a good meal. So definitely picked up more of that. We went and got some freeze-dried beef fajita strips here. These were really good. I've tried them on video a couple times, and I have tried them just in my own use at home, because I actually use this stuff too. And gotta say, they're really, really good. You can dice them up real small, make tacos out of them, make burritos out of them, whatever. They're really, really good. I got 3 of those. If I would not pick up the rest of the stuff, there we go. Next up, freeze-dried shrimp. Check this stuff out. Where else are you going to find freeze-dried shrimp that's actual shrimp, not a bunch of preservatives, good for 25 years? It is uncooked, peeled and deveined with the tail on, ready to go for your recipes. I think I did a shrimp scampi using these. And as you can see, what's the shrimp? It contains shrimp, sodium, and tripolyphosphate to retain moisture. That's it. It's the only ingredient in there. So these are dehydrated. All you got to do is hydrate them up, throw them in your dish, you're ready to go. These are really good too, but these are uncooked, so you do need to cook them. Next up, freeze-dried chicken strips. These are unbreaded, okay? They are fully cooked, but they are unbreaded. I find them a little bit easier to use. The breaded ones, even when you steam them, they tend to come out a little soggy, whereas these come out perfect. And once you hydrate them, you can always bread them if you want. But they're also good for other stuff too, if you want to make up some chicken dishes with them. You know, chicken pasta, chicken Alfredo, whatever. Really good for that too. Next up, some freeze-dried ground beef. This is kind of a staple in this house. I use it for a lot of things. So that's very handy. And this is a new one. I'm going to try it out. This freeze-dried black mission figs. These are chopped up figs. They're ready to eat right out of the thing, or you can hydrate them if you want. You can eat them right out of the bag. Either way, really, really good. So now we're going to get on to what we're actually going to hydrate today. I'm going to show you using the Antarcti pot. This right here. These are freeze-dried brownie bites. These are fully cooked. They're made by a very large company. I can't go into detail on the name because he signed a lot of NDAs with these companies, but they are very, very good stuff. So definitely want you to check them out. We're going to hydrate them. They're very hard to hydrate. If you just dip them in water, they're going to come out as mush, and you don't want that. But if you steam these, they come out amazing. I'm going to set up the steamer system here. We're going to be using the Firemaple sunflower stove and the Firemaple Antarcti pot with the steamer in it. And we're going to try them out and see how good they come out. So let me get all that set up. I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, so this is the sunflower stove. You guys have seen me review this. This can be used as a heater. You can set it up this way. It has a stand in the back. Or you can set it up as a stove on top there. I'm going to light it up, and I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm going to light it first. Let's do that first. And there you go. Okay, so it's lit, and you see the glow right there. Now, how this pot works, okay? This is your lid. It is a locking lid. It will lock down on the sides. You have a little steamer basket in here. And what I've done is I've added water. Now, you don't want to go nuts adding water if you're steaming something, because you don't want the water to touch the food. Actually, you want the water to kind of just boil up down here about, and I put some water in there. You can kind of see it. It's about to this level here, because that will boil and make steam, but it won't touch the food and make it nasty. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to get the water going. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. Get up there. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to put 3 of the brownie bites in here, because when I tried this before, off video, it worked very well. So I'm going to take 3 of these. Now I tend to put them on the wide side down, because that's hydrating the largest area up. And I also will add a little bit of water on top of them. So we're going to drop them in here. Tiny little bit of water, not a lot. Just a little bit on each one. There we go. I almost want it to just kind of soak in. All right, we're going to cover them up, and I will bring you back once we get some results, once we get some steam coming up, and show you how well this thing works. All right, so I've got it going here pretty good. I can hear the water boiling down here. I can see a little bit of steam coming out. Let's lift up the top here and see. There you go. Starting to get soft. And you can flip them if you want. I do that on these. They're very simple to flip. And you can see it's already starting to get very soft and hydrated. These are good. So I'm just going to flip this one over. Leave it a little bit like that. Give them another few more minutes. And we'll bring you back when they're done. I'm going to take you inside there to look at them, so you can see what we're working with here. Okay. So let's give them a few more minutes. Let them sit there. And we will finish up the video once they're done. Now, while these are going, I did want to remind you about the contest. I said a little bit in the beginning, we're giving away $1,000 in freeze-dried wholesaler gift certificates. I will leave a link right on top to the video for that. I want you guys to all get a chance to enter. With this economy, I kind of talked Steve into doing this again, so I figured I can help some of my subscribers out. We got a $500 prize, $250, $100, and $3 $50 consolation prizes. So if you've been dying to try out freeze-dried wholesalers, click that link, go to that video, and add your comment. That's all you need to do to enter. We're going to use random comment picker. I'm going to pick a comment at the end and see who wins it. So I'm going to let this go a little bit more, but I did want to bring that up before we get fully into the eating part of this video. So you guys remember to check that out. So they're almost done. I poked them with the thing here, the fork. One of the things I did do was I lowered the heat. So you can hear it boiling. If you listen, hope you can hear that. And it's still going, but it's simmering now. I don't want it at a rolling boil so it burns up all my water before everything's hydrated. So once you hear it boiling and things are starting to work a little bit, take the temperature down a little bit and leave it alone. And that's why you leave about that much water instead of that much, because you don't want it just to boom, be gone and evaporate the minute you start heating it up. You can see the steam coming out of the top. They should be ready in a few minutes, so we'll check back then. So I'm pretty sure they're done now. I'm going to turn this all the way off. Okay, we're just going to let that sit. Pretty sure they're finished. Last time I poked in there, they were really soft. I'm going to take one out and try it. Okay. Remember to be careful because steam burns are nasty. You don't want to get burned by steam. Okay, so there you go. Let's cut it in half and try a piece. Now remember, these are very hot. I want to cool it off a little bit. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, that is absolutely perfect. That came out nice and soft. Look how soft that is. You just cut it nice and soft. You can even add that on some ice cream. Good stuff. So remember, this method doesn't just work with brownie bites. This works with any of the food, whether it's cooked or uncooked. Now, uncooked, you might get a little tough if you're doing chicken or something. But for cooked food, maybe a little lower temperature, like the chicken nuggets without the breading on them, works great. And this is how the military uses these. This is how their plan is. They have these huge steam ovens. They use these on the ships. And what they do is they'll put all this stuff in steam ovens, steam it for a few minutes. Of course, it's a much bigger system than this. And pull it out, and it's ready to be served to our troops. So definitely an easy way to hydrate. This thing is really awesome. This little Antarcti pot And the sunflower stove is perfect because it boils really low. It simmers low is what I mean to say. So folks, if you have not checked out Firemaple, do check them out. And definitely, if you haven't checked out freeze-dried wholesalers yet, you need to get going. I am seeing a lot more people in line for food in my little town here. Okay, it's like back to 2008 when the food bank used to, on Wednesdays, it's usually Wednesday mornings, maybe had 2 or 3 cars in it. And then overnight, those cars went down the block, around, or out the street, down another block and around. So times are tough and things are getting expensive. You want something to protect yourself should something bad happen. You may not have the money during a disaster to go out and shop that last-minute shopping trip. And this is why I love freeze-dried wholesalers. You buy the stuff, you put it away. Just make sure you store enough water to hydrate, and you're good to go. Now, I gotta say, these are excellent. The food that he has is excellent. There's not a lot of junk and preservatives in it. Really good, high-quality stuff. It is a little more expensive than your average freeze-dried food, but that's because you've got your own choice of what you want to make, okay? You're not buying prepackaged, say, lasagna from Mountain House. You're buying stuff you can make your own food with, and I think that's very, very cool. To be able to cook the stuff, again, it adds a little bit of the normalcy during a disaster. Makes for a great meal, and it's all healthy, clean, and not a bunch of junk in it. So definitely check them out. The link for this will be down below for freeze-dried wholesalers. Like I said, the link saves you 15%. Can't beat it. If you're interested in the Firemaple stuff, I have the 2 links for these 2 items of gear. You can check that out too as well. And of course, our Amazon affiliate store is down there. If you just shop in that store, even if there's nothing you like, you click the link and shop as you normally would on Amazon. We really do appreciate when you do that. Don't forget to check out My Patriot Supply. That's preparewithiridium.com. A lot of folks forget that it's not just the food on the site that is your load. There's a little logo on the top that says My Patriot Supply. Click on that and we'll take you into the site of all the other gear that they have. Okay, through my portal, you can check all that stuff out. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well. I thank you guys for hanging out with me and making some dessert here today. Stay safe and stay prepared.